Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Weeknights Solo Edition. I am JD Nero, aka He Who Pods, aka Rearview Mirror. And I'm here solo today. So y'all know you're about to get a quick pod. All right? Let's do it. Y'all know when I'm solo, we hit it and quit it. That's all we do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get to it. A couple of days ago, I saw a post that I said, no, this gotta be fake. It gotta be. But I don't think it was. This comes from Complex. Complex says the Corleone family returns. A new Godfather sequel is officially in development, with Paramount adapting an upcoming novel set in the world of the iconic crime saga. It says a new Godfather sequel is officially in development 54 years after the original film was released. You know, I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm going to say here. But this is nasty work, man. Like, yo, 54 years after the first one came out. The third one, people hate the third one. There's been video games, all type of stuff. Sometimes we just gotta quit. We just gotta leave it alone. Sometimes all it takes is to say, hey, let's go try to do something new and refreshing. In 2026, we don't need to start developing a new Godfather sequel all these years later. No one from the series of movies should even be alive. I mean, maybe Andy Garcia's daughter, maybe. But geez, what the hell are we doing here? Oh no, didn't she die? Yeah, she died. Andy Garcia was the young one who took over, right? Yeah, what am I talking about? It's because that's how long it's been since I saw number 3. Because number 3 ain't the flyest one. It's weird with the cousin love situation. It's weird. And we don't need another one, Paramount. Paramount, why don't you go work on some new, refreshing, cool shit and leave Godfather alone? We don't need another sequel. We don't need a number 4. And I know how studios work. It's not just going to be a number 4. You're going to try to do 4, 5, and 6 on us one time. No, stop. Please stop. Please, Paramount, don't do this. Because you're going to tarnish the good name of the Godfather series. We don't need this. Please. Keep it. Keep this one for you. We don't need to see this one. And let's keep it in movie land. Snoop was on. I'm gonna just play it for y'all. Fuck it.
But biopic, it's happening. It's happening in real time right now. We locking and loading. About to start shooting in a minute. I'm so excited about it because I get a chance to tell the story that a lot of people don't know.
Oh my God.
The origins, the birth, beginning, the foundation.
Is it hard to tell your story because there's so much story?
It is kind of hard because it's like, where do you start? Where do you end? What do you leave out? What do you keep in? But I think we found a cool place that takes you on a journey so you can understand why I am who I am. Because you see me now and you see who I am, but do you know who I am? It's like this gives you a chance to show you how I became who I am.
But biopic, is it the script? Have y'all scripted yet? Y'all writing?
Script done. We going into first shots and pre-production and all of that.
And your release date, you think? Or you early next year?
I'm not sure about a release date, but I do know that one thing about Universal Pictures is that they really, really take their time with making sure that something is specific and it's done right. And we've been on this for about 4 or 5 years. This is not just like a 1 year.
Like when you announced it, and we were like, oh, okay, it's going.
Like we've been on this for like 4 years, like really fine tuning it, getting it together, making the right choices, putting the pieces to the puzzle, and now we got at a place to where I feel good. And I'm gonna say this: when I seen the Michael Jackson movie, that was inspiring.
Yeah,
it was very inspiring because it was great storytelling, the cinematics, the acting, the believability, and nephew becoming Mike, and just performances and all of that shit that just was exciting to see was It was a spark. It put a spark in me.
You saw it privately too,
I
right?
seen it before it came out.
Yeah, man. I had a chance to. They did like a very small screening, and then I went to the premiere. But watching that, I was like, okay, I felt like they nailed it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I did too.
is that more of a when you see that too? Does that get you into a different mode on yours as well?
It gets you into a mode of storytelling. Like you look at the storytelling, you look at the characters, and you look at how much you knew and how much you didn't know. So now you can base it off of that. And I'm gonna say this.
All right, folks, there you have it. That's Snoop and Big Boy. And a Snoop biopic is coming, folks. A Snoop biopic. I gotta be honest, I'm intrigued. I don't know what it's gonna entail. He says he's working on it. They're about to start filming and pre-production. You heard it. I think this is really interesting. I think it's really exciting. I like when people are able to be involved in their biopics. I like when people are still alive and able to help course correct and make the suggestions. We saw that with Ray, and I thought that was an excellent film. I love the movie Ray, and so I think this is a good thing. I'm excited to see what Snoop comes out with, and you heard him. He's working with Universal Pictures, and you know how they get down. So I think this is a good thing. And I like that he's focused on storytelling. Because it's cool to be able to just say this is what happened and just throw events up at the screen. Just throw highlights up, right? Just flash highlight after highlight, a hit record, this tour. But when you're telling a good story, it makes the film more interesting. And so I like that Snoop is focused on that. And if the Michael movie is what helped him focus on that, I'm all for that too. So I think this is a great thing. I'm excited. I'm wondering what y'all think about a Snoop biopic. And we cannot talk music today. We cannot leave music without speaking about something important that happened today. Drake and his fans, this one's for y'all. This comes from Billboard. It says Drake knows a thing or two about trophies and breaking records. The Six Gods celebrated surpassing Michael Jackson for the most number ones among male solo acts on Tuesday, May 26th. That's today when we're recording this. After Janice STFU debuted atop the Billboard Hot 100. Quote, neck broke from carrying the chain. Back broke from carrying the game. Records broken, carry on my name. Carry on, carry on. Drizzy captioned the IG post, which could double as lyrics, featuring an illustrated photo of Michael Jackson with Iceman, blue braids, in front of a snowy landscape. And so here it is. This is what Drake put up. You know what I'm saying? A little something, something for the fans. And so listen, congratulations to Drake. This is a big deal. We know he's been talking about doing this for a while, and it's happened, folks. And so it's something that we have to acknowledge, something that should be celebrated, whether you love Drake, whether you hate Drake, whether you feel like he won the battle, whether you feel like he lost the battle, whether you love these three albums, whether you hate these three albums, doesn't matter. Because Drake has done something that he was trying to do. Drake has done something that is a huge deal. Michael Jackson ain't no slouch. And so surpassing Michael Jackson is a big deal. And so we got to come up here and give Drake some love. We got to come up here and give Drake a shout out. We have to come up here and acknowledge Drake's great accomplishment. That has nothing to do with choosing sides and all the other nonsense of the internet. It's simply about giving props where props are due. And that's what we should all do. So Drake, congratulations. Drake has done something that is really hard to do and very few will probably ever accomplish. And so props to Drake. And his plan worked. The cover of the Iceman album was the Michael Jackson glove for a reason. I mean, he knew what he was doing, and that was a strategic move. And so he's done it. And I think congratulations are in order. So I just want to say congratulations to Drake before we leave music. All right. Our last and final topic is a review of sorts. Normally, I don't review things that are short, but this is a little different. Recently, Marvel put out a one-shot, or as they call it, a special presentation. And that special presentation was called Punisher: One Last Kill. And so this takes place in a weird space in the timeline. It is happening after he escapes in the end of Daredevil Born Again Season 1 and before Spider-Man Brand New Day. And so this is a middle space. This is a way of telling you what is going on with Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, in this in-between space. And so it was said to be like, an exciting one-shot, an exciting one-off for the Punisher. And a lot of us didn't know what to expect, except that, John Burtonthal, I believe is his name, was involved in the writing and the creation side of this project, which is cool, which is exciting. We've seen Ryan Reynolds do something very similar with Deadpool, and he's done a great job over there. Whether you love those films or not, they've been successful. And so I thought it was cool that John Bernthal would be involved in this, and he was, and they released it. And so it's 50 minutes, 50, but with credits, it's really like 42 minutes or something like that. It was basically a one-episode story. And I thought it was interesting. I was excited to watch it. I watched it. I checked it out. It was good. It was good. Basically, what's happening is the Punisher has accomplished what he wanted to accomplish, or so he thought. He has killed everyone on his hit list of people who were involved in his family's killing, and now he's done. He's ready to retire. He's ready to take himself out of the game, physically, literally. And so this film is, this one shot, this episode is Frank in a delusional state, Frank in a contemplative state, Frank trying to figure out what to do with himself. And maybe that means ending his own life. And there are some attempts of that in this episode, in this one shot, in this special presentation. And so we find out as Frank Castle is in the Bronx trying to figure out what to do with himself and just kind of dwelling among the living, because he's not really living life. He's just among the living. He's in this weird trance of a state where he is intoxicated and, not really in a clear state of mind. We find out that he's not done. And so this takes an interesting train of events. And it's basically like a great action situation after that. Anyway, it's short and sweet. I'm not going to give you step by step the entire episode, but that's just largely what it's about. And we find out he's not done. There's someone left that he needs to take care of. Hence the name. It's a double entendre because he was possibly going to kill himself as the last kill, but we find out there's someone else that he needs to take out. I thought it was good. I thought it was short. I thought it was sweet. I thought it had a concise story. I thought it had a solid beginning and ending. And if you like Punisher and action, there was also tons of that. And so I thought they did a good job. I would have liked to see more, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a full film, but it makes sense because their other one-shots, their other special presentations were about the same length, more or less. So it makes sense. But I would have liked to see an entire Punisher film, although I understand why they would not do it. So that's really it. I don't have a lot to say here. I don't have a lot of complaints. I thought this was good. I thought it stuck to the lore of the Punisher, the vibes of the Punisher. It gave you story. It gave you action. There were heartfelt moments. It was Punisher. It was Punisher. If you enjoyed the Punisher TV show that Netflix did long ago, then you'll enjoy this. It was along the same vein, the same vibes, the same type of storytelling, the same type of acting, same type of action. And so if you enjoy Punisher, this is a fun thing to watch. So if you haven't checked it out, go watch it. This is not an ad. They didn't pay me, but I thought it was worth discussing. And this does not necessarily answer the question of where is he and what's going on. Basically, yeah, he's committed to being Punisher again. But I don't think you necessarily needed to watch this before you watch Spider-Man Brand New Day. I do think they lied there. I think Marvel pulled the fast one on us once again, which Marvel's been doing for a while, but that's a topic for another time. But I think if you didn't watch this One Piece, this Marvel special presentation, then I think you would have been okay going into Spider-Man Brand New Day. It didn't tell you how they know each other. It didn't speak about their relationship. Spider-Man's not in it. Frank doesn't leave a like 3 block radius. He's very much in the same small area of the Bronx. And so I don't think this was necessary to watch before watching Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think they lied on that. But I enjoyed it and I'd watch it again. It was fun, it was cool. And that's it. Short and sweet. Just like this pod. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Weeknight Solo Edition. Thank you for being here. We see y'all real soon.